And we start. So, if you're laying down, you're laying down. If you're seated, you're seated. And just take a moment. So we're doing kind of like the chair class and a class, beginners class, all kind of at the same time. It's all beginners. It doesn't really make any difference. So just take a moment wherever you are. Close your eyes if you can. If it doesn't feel good, then don't close your eyes. Try to sit up as tall as you can and begin to connect. So if you're lying down, you can lie down. Totally fine. Just connect to yourself. We can't have music because I don't have anything to play music at this moment. Okay, so just connect to yourself. Just check yourself out. How are you feeling? So I like to either start from the top, going down the body, or from the bottom, going all the way up the body. Just noticing whatever there is to notice. So start maybe physical, noticing how you're feeling physically and how you're feeling mentally, what's going on in your head. Could be really, really busy up there, or maybe not so much, just depending. And then how are you feeling with your emotions? Because that's different with your physical. Sometimes we can feel things when we feel emotions, we feel them somewhere in the body. Maybe we're mindful about that, but we might not be. So check that out as well. And then just observe yourself breathing. Just watch yourself breathe. Don't change it. Just watch yourself breathe. Sometimes when I say that, people start to take bigger breaths or speed up their breath or slow down their breath. Just notice. Notice your natural rhythm. And then from that natural rhythm, see if you can take your time, maybe a little bit more with the exhale. So breathing in and then slowly exhale it out. A little bit slower, a little bit longer. And if you notice you're breathing up here in your upper chest, see if you can move the breath down a little bit lower, maybe around your below your sternum area or maybe your lower belly. But anytime you need to change the position that you're in, you may do so. And while you're breathing, really paying attention to your breath, just notice the way that you're seated or laying down. What parts of your body are touching the chair or the mat? And then if you're lying down, find a seat, either in a chair or on the ground. Okay, so if you're lying down, come into a seat.
Marlene, is it possible to turn up your microphone a bit? It might be me, but
How's that?
ah, better.
Is
Thank you.
that
For
better?
me anyway. I
Okay.
don't. just, you know, as long as it's
Sorry about
okay for
that.
everybody else, but it's good for me. Thank you.
Okay, good. Good, good, good. Okay. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall, make sure you're supported. You need to sit on something like a knee pad. You can sit on the knee pad just to lift yourself up a little bit more. Okay, we're gonna just direct the eyes. We're gonna start with the eyes. Okay, it's gonna look up. Try not to move the head. Look up as high as you can. And then on your exhale, you're gonna look down. Look down at maybe your nose or your cheeks. Try not to move the head. We'll do that one more time. Look up with the eyes. Just try not to lift the chin and then look down without moving chin. Okay, bring the eyes back to center. Then again, without moving the head at all, we're just gonna look over towards one direction, maybe towards the right or the left. Not turning our heads, and then come bring the head back, and bring the eyes back, I should say, and then move your eyes in the other direction. Good, and bring the eyes back. And then either keep your eyes open or closed. You're going to do some circles in the eyes. So the eyes can be either open or closed, whatever suits you the best. And we'll go maybe twice around in one direction and then go in the other direction. Make sure you're breathing. Okay. And then allow your eyes to come back to center. And then you're going to squeeze your eyes and then relax them. And then squeeze them again. And then relax them. Good. And then maybe flutter your eyelashes. Flutter, 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 flutter. And then relax. Okay. Now we're going to do the head. So bring the head up. Lift up the chin. Feel that stretch down your throat. Try to keep your shoulders down while you're doing this. And then exhale, bring your chin down. Okay, inhale again, lift the chin up. Keep your shoulders down. And then exhale, bring your chin down. Keep the chin down there, and then we're going to roll the head over towards the right side. So we're going to roll it over to the shoulder, and then exhale, roll it back down. Inhale, roll it over towards the left shoulder. Don't force anything, okay? And then roll it back down. Good. One more time on each side. Roll back. And then roll over towards the other side. And back. Good. Bring the head back to center. Inhale, lift the head back up. And then we're going to roll it again to the left and to the right. So roll the head over to the right. Again, don't force it. Keep your shoulders down. Inhale, lift the head back up. And then roll it over towards the left. Lift the head back up. One more time on each side. Again, don't go very far. Just as far as you're comfortable. And then left side. And then bring the head back. And bring the head back to center. Now we're just going to look over our shoulders. Okay, inhale here. Exhale. Turn your head over one shoulder. And then inhale, coming back to center. And then over the other shoulder. Try to keep your shoulders down. Inhale back through center. One more time over towards the right as you exhale. Inhale, coming back through center. And over towards the left. And back through center. Excellent. Now let's bring our shoulders up towards the ears. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then slowly slide them down. Again, up towards the ears. And slowly slide them down. One more time, up towards the ears. And this time we're going to roll them down and back. Okay, so up towards the ears. And roll them down and back. One more time. Up towards the ears. And down and back. Good. And then we're going to bring the arms out. Try not to hit anybody. All the way up. Give ourselves a nice big stretch up here. Wiggle the fingers. Spread the hands apart as wide as you can. Squeeze our hands into fists. And resist as you pull down. Pull down, pull down. Resist. Get those muscles in your triceps and biceps working. Good. All the way down. Open up the fingers wide. Spread them out and then reach all the way back up again. Reach, reach, reach. Good. And then squeeze your hands into fists again and pull down. Try to resist. Resist, but not in your faces. Keep your faces calm. Yeah, tricky, huh? All the way down. Yeah. And open up your fingers wide. Good. One more time. Reach up. Big inhalation here. Exhale. Squeeze your hands and pull down and release. And resist and maybe smile. All the way down. And then shake out the hands down here. Shake them out. Good. Okay, so wherever you're seated, you can adjust your legs accordingly. Bring your hands onto your knees or your hips or your thighs. And we're going to start to going around in some circles. Okay. Around in some circles. They can be as large or small circles as you like. And you might notice as we move around, your foundation is going to move a little bit. You're going to feel yourself lifting up in different places. Just make sure that you're secure. You don't tip over. Let's do maybe 2 more times. Okay, and then we'll go in the reverse. Other direction. One side might feel better than the other side. It's totally fine. Just notice and make any adjustments that you need to make. Let's go one more time around. Okay, and then we'll sit up nice and tall. Okay, so we're going to do some cows and cats. You have the option of sitting in a chair, sitting on the ground, coming up onto your hands and knees if you like, or standing up. Okay, I'm going to show both ways. So seated, this is cow, pushing the heart forward, and this is cat. Okay, if you're sitting on the ground, this is cow, and this is cat. If you're on your hands and knees, you're going to drop the belly, lift up the tailbone and the head. That's cow. Arch the back up into cat. Good. If you're standing up, you're going to bend into your knees slightly, rest your hands on your thighs, and cow, and cat. Same movement, just a lot of different positions. So you decide which one suits you the best. We're going to do about 5 of those. Okay? And you can change it up as well. Okay? Nice and slow. Don't force anything. So this should feel nice in your spine. It should feel some nice stretching, some nice mobility here. If it's painful, then don't force anything. You should feel the pelvis tilting back and forth. And just notice what you notice. So everyone's going to be at a different count. So when you've had enough, just come and sit up nice and tall for a moment, or just stay in your table if you're in tabletop. And we're going to come back into cow for a moment. We're going to stay there. So allow your shoulders to, if you're seated, so you're going to push your heart forward or allow your heart to move towards the ground. Okay, we're just going to stay there for a moment. So it's like a little back bend. Okay, and then we'll move into cat. So we're gonna stretch the back up or back towards the chairs. Try to keep your shoulders down if you're seated. And if you're on your hands and knees, try not to allow your ears and your shoulders to touch. So we're just gonna stay in our cat for a couple of moments. Good. And then we'll come back through and sit up nice and tall. Good. Okay, so let's all, if you're seated, stay seated. If you're in a chair, or you can stand up if you want to. Just give yourself a big stretch. So you don't have to stand up if you want to. We're just gonna bring the arms up. Gonna give ourselves a nice big stretch here. So stretch wherever you feel comfortable. Good. And then bring those hands all the way back down. Okay, we're gonna do that one more time, but this time we're gonna do a little side bend. So arms are gonna come up. Okay, and then we're gonna side bend over towards that right side. So again, you can be seated for this, or you can stand up. Wherever you are, make sure that you're really balanced through both of your legs and both of your hips. Okay, and then inhale, bring your arms all the way back up. And then over to the other side. Okay, inhale, bring yourself all the way back up when you're ready. And bring your arms down. Good. Shake it all out. Shake, 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 shake. Shake, 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 shake. Okay, so we're going to come into, let's just stand in mountain pose for a moment. So if you're seated and your feet are firmly planted on the ground, your arms are down by your side. If you're standing up, your arms are down by your side and your feet are in line with your hips. Okay, and you're standing up nice and tall. You can either have your eyes open or closed, depending on your balance. So if you want to challenge yourself and you feel good with your eyes open, you might want to close your eyes. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Okay, just take a few moments here just to notice and breathe. And again, you can sit or you can stand. And you might be thinking to yourself, but I stand all day, blah, 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 blah. Why is it so difficult? Well, there's a way of standing that's proper, which most of us don't do. So as we're in this pose, even if we are seated, we want to make sure that those ankles are right underneath our knees. Feel it, feel it. Try not to look. Feel it, feel it, feel it. Okay. So now, if you're standing, your hips should be right over top of your knees. If you're seated, they're going to be in line with your knees. Okay, so when you're sitting down, your hips are in line with the knees. Okay, our legs are not out like this. We're not like this. Okay, so when we're standing, everything is in line. Now, from the hips, we go all the way up, and when we're seated, the same thing. Shoulders are right over top of our hips. Okay, we're not pushing the pelvis forwards like this, which I see a lot of people doing. We have that sway back. We need to just bring the pelvis back a little bit so that we're all in line. Okay, shoulders go down your back, and then your neck. We want to make sure we're not jutting the neck out like this. See what I'm doing? So we want to bring it back. So bring your chin back and in a little bit so that your head is right between your shoulders. Okay, so did you notice anything when we were doing that? That you were maybe a little bit off? Everybody is every once in a while. It's totally fine. Okay, so we're going to bring ourselves into Warrior One. We did this last week. Okay, so we're going to take our right leg and we're going to bring it back. Now, if you needed to hold on to a chair, hold on to a chair. The back leg is at 45 degrees, okay? If you want to do this on a chair, you're going to sit down. The right leg is going to be in front, and you're going to bring your left leg back. Did I say that? Yeah, right leg is gonna be back. Right leg is gonna be back. So you're gonna be like this. So we can be this way, or we can also be, adjust myself this way. I'm gonna bring the arms up. Okay? Lots of options. So find a good place to be. Okay? If you need to hold on to a chair, don't have your hands up here. Okay. So you want to have your hip points, those points right here, facing forwards. So if they're not, if they're a little twisted, if you feel like your hips are going off on an angle, you might need to adjust this back foot. Okay, move it aside. I'll give yourself some space here so that your hips are facing forwards. Okay, if your arms are getting tired, just bring them down. It's okay to bring them down. Although this really works on our arms, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay, but try not to get the shoulders into it. Keep it soft. Keep it soft. And breathe. Make sure you're breathing. Okay. Bring your hands down to the heart. And we're going to take a step forwards or bring your legs back if you're seated. Okay. Oh, and you can bring your arms down and stand in that mountain pose again. Breathe. Okay, let's do the other leg. So we're going to take the left leg back this time. Did I say that? Did we do that? No. Okay, maybe that's why I'm confused. Okay, I'm going to mirror you. There we go. Okay, so we're like this on this side. Same rules apply. Hip points are facing the front of the mat. Your back foot is at 45 degrees. And if you feel like you're twisting here, just adjust your back foot a little bit, okay? You can even put your hands on your hips to make sure. If you were on a chair, you're just going to rest your buttocks on the chair and just bring that leg out and bring your arms up. Okay. Is everyone good? Breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And really pay attention to how you're rooting down here. Okay, let's take one more breath here. Then bring your hands towards your heart. And then we're going to take a step forwards and come back to our mountain pose again. Again, if you need to sit down on your chair, you can sit down on your chair and take another moment. See if you can close your eyes. Okay. Now we're going to do warrior two. Okay. So warrior two. Make sure I'm facing the camera. Okay. So you're going to take your right leg back again. Okay. And you're going to pivot the foot so it's at 90 degrees. You're going to bend into that left knee. So again, if you were on the chair, your left foot is forwards, the right leg is back. No, the right leg is, yes, the right leg is back. Right?
Right.
Right. And you're going to bring your arms up. Okay, so your left foot is forwards, your right leg is back. Don't copy me. I'm not your mirror. Just know that I am not your mirror right now at this moment. I don't think. No, I'm not. Try to make sure that your body is right in between your legs. So if you feel yourself tilting forwards, bring yourself back a little bit more.
Hips are facing.
Don't worry about your hips because your hips, if you move your hips, it'll move your knee. So if I try to make my hips turn to face the long side of my mat, my knee's going to turn. We don't want that. It's going to put too much pressure on the knee. Okay. We want to have our feet equally weighted down. So we don't want to put too much weight into the front leg. We want to have the back leg equally weighted. Okay. And the arms are floating. If the arms get tired, bring them down and then maybe float them back up again. Okay, and then we also have a little external rotation on this front thigh so that the knee is not moving over inside towards that big toe. It's kind of tracking over the middle toes. Okay. And breathe. Oh, okay. Bring the arms down. And bring your feet back together. Take a big step. And you can shake. Shake it out. Shake, shake, shake. Shake it out. Did we do warrior one on both sides?
Yes.
Yeah, we did. Okay. Oh my god. And going to they really did kill me yesterday. I was doing the bunny hop with them. Oh yeah, that just like yeah. Okay, so we're going to have the right leg forwards and the left leg back. That left leg, the back leg is at 90 degrees. Okay, so if you, I don't know if I said for the first one, but your heel from the front leg, it's going to bisect the arch of the back leg. Okay, and just bring out the arms. Don't worry about where the hips are positioned. Just make sure you keep your right knee right over top of your ankle and you're looking over your right arm. Okay, body's right in between. Back leg is somewhat straight. You're just bending in through the front knee. Okay, and we're breathing. And we can do this on the chair too, just by sitting down. Okay. Everyone's breathing. Everyone's okay. Everyone's smiling. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Okay. And then bring those arms down. And then we're going to take a step forwards. Come back into our mountain pose. Good. Take a moment. Okay. So maybe we'll put in a downward dog. So 3 ways of doing downward dog. Okay. We can put our hands against the wall. There's some wall space here. You can go to a wall. You can hold on to the seat or the back of the chair, or you can bring your hands down to the ground and walk your feet away. Okay, so try either one of those. So if you're on a chair, if you want to use the chair, place your hands on the chair seat and just bend your knees and walk your feet back. Okay. That's okay. It happens. So if you're going to use the back of the chair, make sure that you turn the chair around so the seat is not facing you. And then just gives you a little bit more tightness. So you're going to bend into your knees, just walk your feet back. Don't worry about if your heels touch the ground. Okay? What we're doing is we're just lengthening through our backs, through the sides of our body. You can bend into your knees as much as you need to. And you can play around with how far your feet are towards your hands. Lori, try the chair. Feels really good. That's actually my favorite, is doing it on the chair. Bend into the knees a little bit, and you're just reaching your butt back. Okay. You make sure you're breathing. Okay, let's walk forwards again. And if you're standing, you're going to be in a forward bend. And then you're just going to bring yourself all the way up nice and slow. Nice and slow. Okay, give yourself a little stretch once you get up there. Because sometimes getting down to get back up again takes a little bit of effort. And just stay again in your mountain pose for a moment. Okay, and then we're going to do a little bit of balancing, as if we haven't done some balancing already. Okay, so if you need a chair to hang on to, if you need a wall to hang on to, do that. Okay. And all we're going to do is put the weight into our right foot, and we're just going to pick up the left foot. Just pick it up, just like an inch, maybe centimeter off the ground, and then bring that foot back down. And then we're going to go over to the other side, so we can hold on. And back down. So go slow. Glue your foot, whatever foot you're putting into the ground, glue it down, find your roots. Then lift up the foot. Doesn't matter where the foot is. having it down here, having it up here, or wherever it is, doesn't matter. It's the same thing. Okay? So put the weight into your other foot, glue it down, find your balance, stand up nice and tall, then lift up the foot. And again, it does not matter where that foot is. It's just about finding balance. The height of the foot makes no difference. No difference.
But it's a lot harder on 5.
Not really. You have, the idea is you need your foundation, you need to be nice and rooted down. Then this leg can go wherever it wants to go because you've got balance. You can shake it around, you can hold on to your toes. As long as you've got balance, doesn't matter where that leg is. Doesn't matter.
I don't believe.
Believe me, believe me. Okay, keep going side to side. Find your balance. And again, doesn't matter. You can even put your foot on top of your foot. If you want to come into tree, go for it. You can just hold the leg there. Maybe you grab hold of your foot. Maybe you bring it out in front of you. Maybe you bring it out behind you, to the side, to the other side. As long as you have balance in your one foot, you're good. It just takes practice. One foot is also going to be stronger than the other foot. So maybe you practice on that one just a little bit more. So find your balance. Make sure you're breathing. When you get tired, bring both feet down, take a moment and rest. It's okay to rest. Society tells us, oh, resting's bad, it makes you lazy. No, it doesn't. Resting is really, really important. It's just as important as everything else. Okay, and then when you've had enough, then resting, and we come back to it. Okay, and when we're doing this sort of thing, sometimes we get upset with ourselves or frustrated. No judgment or criticism towards yourselves, please. You're your best friend. Be nice. And if you need a little help, have help. Totally fine. Just make sure when you're using your help with the wall of the chair that you're still pushing into all 5 toes, the ball of your foot, and the middle of your heel. Okay, that's really, really important. And also try to stand up nice and tall. You lean forward, more than likely you're going to fall forward. You lean backwards, more than likely you're going to fall backwards. Or if you're leaning to the side, more than likely until you have total balance, you are going to fall. Okay, we don't want that. Good. Okay, let's take a moment. Shake out those feet. See, we're still working on the balance, shaking out those feet. Good. Okay. And let's take a moment again. Breathe. Okay, so you can either keep standing or sit on a chair. And we're just going to do a little twisting. You can also move your feet wider, either on the chair or standing. And it's a nice idea to bend your knees a little bit. And just swing the arms from side to side. And then we're going to come back through center. We're going to keep the legs a little wider. We're going to keep them about the width of your mat. Okay? If you're seated, you'd be doing the same thing, legs wide, feet firmly into the ground. Your toes can come out a little bit, maybe on a little tiny bit of an angle. Okay? Then we're going to bend into the knees. And we're going to kind of stick the bum out a little bit, but not a sway back. So we're not going to do a cow here. We're going to do between a cow and a cat. Remember we were doing the cow and the cat? So this is cow, and then this is cat. We're going to try to come right in the middle. So we're bending down, okay, as much as you need to. Try to keep this neutral, and then we're going to bring our arms up into cactus arms. Okay, good. So we're using these tricep muscles. Yay. And widen the fingers. And look, when you look at your arms, you might notice that the wrists are going forward a little bit. See if you can bring them over top of your elbows. Okay, equal weight through both legs, both feet. Breathe. Oh, yeah, breathe. Good. Okay, then we're going to straighten our legs and we're going to reach up. Big stretch up, and then we're going to come back into, it's called goddess pose. Okay, bend into the knees and bring those arms back to cactus arms. We need to really anchor in and engage our muscles in our tummies. So bring the belly button in towards your spine, up towards the sternum. But breathe. Okay, let's stand up again. Reach. And if you were seated, you would be sitting into your chair. I'm just going to show them here. Like this. And you'd be straightening out. And then come back in. Okay. Let's try that one more time. We're just going to straighten out. Great. Good. Then bring the arms down and come back into your mountain pose. Oh, you want to do it again? The mountain pose. Again, take a moment here. Breathe, 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 breathe. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit more balancing. So open up your legs just a little tiny bit wider. You can keep your hands here at your heart or out towards this, out here as much as you need to. You can always bring your arms down, okay? Okay, and we're just going to move from side to side with a wider stance. Maybe the toe touches. Try to keep yourself as upright as possible. Okay, and then maybe we can pause with the toe lifted up. Again, if you need a chair to hold on to or a wall to hold on to, please do. Okay, we're going super slowly. Push the foot down, lift up the foot. The toe might touch, totally fine. So pretty much what we were doing before, but our legs are a little bit wider. And feel our feet lifting up off the ground. Nice and slow. You can have a slight bend in your knees. You don't need to lock them. Try to stay as upright. So even when we're over here, we're upright. We're not leaning over. Okay, we're upright. I know, it feels like we want to lean, but if we lean, we're going to go over. And we're not yet there yet. Okay, let's try one or two more times. You might notice some inner thigh work happening here as well. That's not a bad thing either. And some abductors working, the outside of the leg, those muscles here, those are working too. Okay, let's bring it back. Let's do some little shaking. Good. Okay, so before we get onto the ground, we're just going to lower and lift up and go down. Okay, so if you have a chair, you can use the chair. Okay, if you don't have a chair, you're going more into a squat. Okay, so we're not going to fully sit into the chair or fully go into a squat. Okay, so we're going to inhale, exhale, hands together, and we're going to sit. And we're going to sit almost maybe into the chair or into going to a squat, and then we're going to lift back up again. And bring the arms down. Okay, so inhale, lift up, and squat. It means lift, bring as if you're going into a chair, and then lift all the way back up. Bring the arms all the way back down. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift up, and squat. And lift back up. And down. Good breathing, everybody. Inhale, lift up. And down. And up. And down. Excellent. Okay, give it a little shake. And then, if you're using a chair, sit on the chair. If you're using the ground, sit on the ground. Okay, you're going to bring your legs out in front of you if you're sitting on the ground. If you're sitting on a chair, you're going to have your I know you can't really see me. Let me scoot yourself over a little bit. Good. Okay. So you're gonna have your feet on the ground. Okay. So we're gonna do a little bit of a forward bend. We're keeping it soft. Okay. So we're sitting up nice and tall. We're gonna bring the arms all the way up. And then we're gonna bring our hands to our thighs. Just bring the hands down to the thighs. You got some hip flexors right in here where our hips connect to our thighs. You're gonna bend there. You're not bending your back. It's not a back bend. It is a forward bend, okay? So you should feel yourself bending right from there. Then you can slowly go a little further, keeping your back nice and long. When you can't go any further, you're gonna stay there, and then you can soften. Then you can soften the back, soften the arms, and maybe just reach down, okay? Just go as far as you're comfortable. Okay, so back is nice and long first, and then you soften. Reach towards your toes. That's right. Good.
Head is dropped? No?
You can drop your head, yeah. Keep it soft. Keep it soft. So forward bends are really, really good for relaxing and bringing yourself to a calm state. But you have to still pay attention to what's going on in the body, noticing you get a little bit, dizzy or something else happens, then come out of the position slowly. Okay, we're gonna come out now. So you're gonna start to lift up the head, and we're gonna slowly start to come up. Good. Make sure you don't get dizzy. Don't move when you come up. Don't move for a moment. Letting the equilibrium kind of find its way. Okay, everyone okay? Yeah, okay. Then you're going to inhale, the arms all the way up. And you're going to circle your arms back behind you. So you plant your hands into the ground or hold on to the chair. And you're going to just push yourself up, lift up the heart. If you want to lift up your butt, go for it. No, do if you want to. And lift up. So in a chair, you'd be like this. If you want to lift up your hips, go for it. And relax. Back down. Good. Shaky, shaky, shaky. Okay. And then if you were on the ground, just lie down. If you're on a chair, you can just stay on the chair. Okay. So we're going to bend the knees. So if you're on the ground, bend your knees. Place your feet on the ground. Good. If you're on the chair, you're going to keep your feet bent. We're going to do a little twist. So if you're on the ground, you're going to just allow your knees to sway over towards one side. Keep your shoulders onto the ground. If you're on a chair, you're going to keep your knees here. You're just going to move your torso. Try to keep yourself upright. You're just going to hold it here. And breathe. Keep breathing, keep softening. So if you feel you're holding on somewhere, like your arms or something, relax them down. Just relax. Good. And then we're going to come back to center. So your head was turned, bring it back to center. Move your knees back on the torsos. Take a moment. And then if you're lying down, you're going to move your knees over towards the other direction. If you're sitting up, you're just going to turn your torso. Try not to let your knees move when you're seated. You want to have your knees stay stationary and your torso is just going to move. You might want to move your head, you might not. Your head might stay centered, it might turn with your body, or maybe it turns in the opposite way of your body. It's entirely up to you. Just make sure you're breathing, your shoulders stay soft. And notice where you might be gripping. I just noticed I was gripping in my hips. So see if you can just soften that. You just need to bring your attention, breathe into that area. Okay, let's take one more breath here. And bring yourself back. Good. Okay, so if you're on the ground, you're going to bring your right knee in towards your chest. Keep your left knee bent. If you are seated, you're still going to bring your right knee in towards your chest. You can hold underneath the thigh or on your tibia. Try to sit up as tall as you can. Okay. Just take a few moments here. Yeah. Okay, and then keeping that right knee in towards your chest, you can stretch out that left leg if you like, all the way down or just out in front of you. And you can even, if you're in a chair, you can even lean back into the chair. You'll get a little bit more of a stretch here. Breathe. And keep noticing what's happening in your body, in your mind. Okay, so if you stretched out that left leg, bend back into it, bring yourself up, and bring that leg down. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So the left knee is going to come in towards your chest. Keep your right knee bent to begin with. Sit up nice and tall. Okay, and then when you're ready, you can stretch out that right leg. Maybe if you're on the chair, you can lean back. Just make sure you're breathing. Okay, let's bring that right leg back. Sit up nice and tall, and then bring your left leg down. Okay, let's stretch out both legs. And you can lean back in your chair. If you are in a chair, you can maybe hold on to the chair so you don't slide off the chair. And just take a moment here. Okay, so where we are, we're just going to flex and point the feet. If you're able to do that, flex and point the feet. And then you're going to move the feet out to the left and to the right, and then bring them into touch. Left and right, and bring them into touch. Just the toes, just the feet. Yeah, yeah. Back and forth. Moving the side to side. Good. Wiggle the toes around. Okay, and then you're going to come into your Savasana. So you can adjust yourself. If you want to make your way down onto the ground, you can if you're on a chair, or you can just relax in the chair. Close your eyes, relax your arms. If you're already on the ground, just relax. If you want to bend your knees, go for it. Knees can always be bent. this is called Savasana. It's your final rest. In English, it's corpse pose. But all we want to do here is just be. So allowing the mind to still and just watch your breath move through your body in a very peaceful way. If you find the mind wandering, it's okay. Just lovingly bring it back to your breath. Peacefully allow your breath to deepen. Bringing your awareness back to this place, this time, your body, your mind. Start to wiggle fingers and toes. Give yourself a little stretch. Bring yourself up into a seat, so either on a chair or seated however you like on the ground. Hold yourself balanced in your seat, wherever that may be. And just rest your hands on your lap, either up or down, up to you. Maybe keep your eyes closed or a soft gaze. And then do a little check-in with yourself, just noticing how you are, what you're noticing, what you're feeling, how your body might be feeling different than it was at the beginning of class. You might have more space in some of your joints, ligaments. Maybe your muscles are a little tired. Maybe they're energized. Notice what's going on up in your mind. Maybe it's a little bit more spacious up there, or maybe you made a huge list of things that you need to do. Just notice. No blame. And then take some time to reflect on this practice. What did you notice about your practice today? How did you feel? Left side, right side, upper body, lower body, the different muscles in your body, the different ligaments in your body. Anything that you learned today? Anything that you discovered about yourself today? Either an emotion or a characteristic, or maybe something in and around the body or in the mind. When you're ready, bring your arms all the way up, give yourself another big stretch. You're gonna bring the hands to touch, and then bring that energy down towards the heart. You're gonna bow into your hands here and give yourself some gratitude for showing up for yourself today. To do something beneficial, not only for your physical body, but for your head, your mental body, your emotional body. Give yourself a lot of gratitude. And then feeling grateful also for all the people that joined you in this practice today. And we will finish with Om. So Om is a sound, it's a primeval sound that we make or we made in our bodies. It's in there, that's that energy sound. It's also the sound of the solar system. So we're going to take a big breath in through the nose, side out through our mouth, and breathe in for Om. Good oming. Namaste. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And anyone have any questions about our practice today? Any discoveries you want to share? Anything to share? Anything to say? You don't
I
have to.
just have something, I have
Yes.
something, I just have something technical.
Oh,
We might have
technical.
to-
No, that technical is always good too. Yes.
No, it's a great practice. I really appreciate being back in your class, Marlene. I just want to say that we might have to